beauty of it, there's something called the 7-11 rule, right? Whereby it takes literally 7 seconds for someone to make 11 perceptions about you. All right?
What? You have
Yeah.
to tell us more about that. Seven.
Yeah.
Hey, Fibers. So join me in welcoming Keisha Rodriguez to the couch. She is a brainchild of Fashion Mode, a style consultancy agency born in Trinidad and Tobago. She possesses a powerful educational background in banking and finance, as well as fashion industry essentials. However, that is just the tip when compared to Keisha's 10 years of experience in retail management and customer service. She thrills herself on all aspects of the fashion industry and has acquired major corporate clients like Angostura Limited and B Mobile, mainly through her wardrobe styling. Yet, her uniqueness comes from her passion to educate and impart her knowledge of style to others to help them understand the importance of dressing to create a great first impression and how to be confident with their own personal style. She continues to build her legacy through Fashion Mode with the understanding that self discovery can happen through one's own sense of style. Let's talk more to Keisha.
Hey, Fibers. Welcome back to another episode of 5 Years to 40, the podcast and community where we are talking, thinking, and taking tremendous steps throughout our 30s so we can have a fascinating and fabulous life. Tonight, I'm being joined by a very special guest from just next door in Trinidad. Her name is Miss Keisha Rodriguez. And Keisha is actually the brainchild of Fashion Mode, a style consultancy agency born in, like I said, just next door in Trinidad and Tobago. So, Keisha, thank you so much for joining us.
You're welcome. Thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome, hon. Welcome to the 5 Years to 40 platform. So
Yeah.
I'm just gonna allow you to tell us a little bit about what you do, and then we'll get into what we're gonna be talking about. So if you just want to run on and go ahead.
So I am a personal stylist based here in Trinidad and Tobago, and the name of my business is Fashion Mode, and Fashion Mode is a small style consultancy agency here. And what we do is help persons to improve or discover their ideal image based on their personal as well as professional goals. So, in order to do that, we have a wide range of services, which include like style consultations, closet analysis, branded photo shoots. We also do workshops. So, it really depends on the goals and the aim of the customer and what they want to achieve with respect to their image.
That's amazing. I love that you offer so many products for what you do as well. But guys, Keisha is gonna talk to us about how we can use a sense of style to just feel, more fabulous and fascinating. I mean, that's what this channel is all about. So Keisha, speaking of which, can you share, like, how do we know if we have a unique sense of style? Like, what would be the keys for you?
I mean, the thing is, for each and every one of us, our style is unique, right? It's really just figuring out exactly what might be unique about it. Because none of us are made in the same way. There are no duplications or clones to exactly who we are.
Right.
What I will wear will not look the same way as it will on you, even if it's the same items of clothing, because style is a very holistic thing, you know.
Yeah.
there's a difference between style and fashion. And I think that sometimes we tend to mix them up. Okay. So style is literally everything about us. It's the hair, the nails, the skin, the personality, everything. Fashion, however, deals with the clothing, the accessories, those items that we need, or those tools then that will help us to gain a sense of style.
Mm.
Yeah,
I like that definition. I agree. I think that when you have your sense of style, it is like a total package. It's more
it
than
is.
just what you wear, but more about how you wear it, how you get into that room. I love that definition. Nice.
Thank you. Yeah. So, really and truly, we are innately born with our own unique sense of style.
Right.
What we need to figure out is exactly what that is. What are those unique pieces to us, and how are we going to utilize it for whatever purpose we are trying to achieve in this life? Yeah.
I agree. So how do we get one? Like, so I think you I'm heading towards 40, and I feel like I might know a little bit about style, or I feel like I know nothing about style. Like I can't get two pieces of things to work together. I know I like a bodycon dress, but it
Yeah.
looks good on my sister, and it looks a hot mess on me. So how do I discover that? Really come to the place where I could say I have a sense of style. I like what I do.
Right.
Things we can look for.
Okay, so it really kind of depends again on your goals. All right. Why are you getting dressed? So let's say, for example, you have an event and the event is a formal event. That will be the influence for what you're wearing. So something to consider is, where am I going? Right? The next thing is, what do I want to achieve? You ask yourself, what do I want to achieve by wearing this clothing? And that also ties into us really being honest with ourselves, which can sometimes be so difficult, right? I think that, we are highly influenced right now with the digital age and social media and all of the influencers and everything going on in fashion, that we kind of lose sight of who we are, what we want to be, what we want to feel and look like. All right. So we have to really just be honest with ourselves, look at ourselves in the mirror and be like, all right, I am wearing sneakers with dresses. Why am I doing that? Am I doing it to impress someone else, or am I doing this for myself because sneakers make me feel comfortable and I like I like feminine looking dresses.
Right?
Yeah. So we really need sometimes to take the moment to step back and be honest with what makes us feel good.
Keisha,
Yeah.
you are doing the thing you're meant to do, because that answer resonated so deeply with me. It's like I might see something that I like, and I've known. I have a lot of girlfriends. You see, you might purchase something that is on trend, but
Yes.
you may not necessarily like it or
Mm-hmm.
feel good about it, and you wear it, and then you're like, no, it's meh. But
Yeah.
sometimes, even if you wear the same thing, but you feel good in it, I swear the
Mm.
dress looks completely different. It really is about your connection to whatever you're wearing or whatever you're doing, and it kind of circles back even deeper, because I guess that works with everything else. Like you really do need to ask yourself, what do I want to achieve when I'm wearing
Yes.
this thing? What do I want to achieve when I leave my house or walk through the door? What am I what am I going into the world to carry? So you mentioned it starts
Exactly.
with your dressing. That is pretty deep. That's thank you.
Yes, girl.
So that kind of walked into the next question, because I was going to ask if you believe that clothing can help to express our personality.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, absolutely. You know, we sometimes, again, like as I was saying earlier, we are so influenced by everything that's going on around us. And we sometimes forget that the first person we have to dress for is ourselves.
Preach.
The first person who needs to say, "You look so good," is
Mm-hmm.
you. You know, I used to see my mom, I'm a storyteller, right? So
Please go ahead. We love stories here.
I used to see my mom get ready and then she will check herself like in a mirror in the house before she leaves. She will check herself in the car in the mirror. And I'm like, all of that is not necessary. And I'll be like, well, mommy, you look good. You look good. But as soon as I got older, it resonated in me, like that little action of like what she was doing. It was a reminder to herself that she looks good.
Yeah.
So she wasn't just ignoring me. It was just her checking in with herself. And I was like, who? And I found out it was so powerful. So now if you see me with my diva moves,
Tell me. I don't get hair toss.
checking myself,
Yeah.
you know, and our style, it is a direct reflection of who we are. So it is critically important that that representation is clear. What I mean is, let's say you are on a mission to be a boss babe entrepreneur,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Right.
And you ideally would love to have this image of a suited type girl, you know, that girl who wears blazers and you can mix it with jeggings, whatever, right? If that is your goal, you can't be wearing t-shirts and jeans all the time.
Right.
It doesn't match,
Doesn't
right?
match. Doesn't match.
Because ultimately, the perception of anyone who may want to do business with you
Huh?
is that you're not serious.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the reality of it, there's something called the 7-11 rule, right? Whereby it takes literally 7 seconds for someone to make 11 perceptions about you. All right?
What? You have
Yeah.
to tell us more about that. Tell me that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna read that.
Yes.
That's brand new for me.
Yeah. It takes 7 seconds. And when you think about it, it does happen. And those 11 perceptions are psychologically grounded, right? It was based on psychological studies that were done.
Mm-hmm.
And when you think about it, let's say you're walking past someone in the
Mm-hmm.
mall who you don't know,
Mm-hmm.
all right? You're walking past them. I guarantee you that someone can ask you after the fact, okay, you know that person who passed by, like, what do you think that she does?
Yeah.
And then you start analyzing, well, I saw that she was maybe wearing a lot of crosses, so maybe she's religious. Or I saw that she was in like this athletic wear, so maybe she's like a personal trainer and she had this very strong walk. So I feel like she's a serious person. And we have already created our own perceptions subconsciously.
Yeah. And you know, I found that as we get older,
Yeah.
um, perception is so important. Perception gets you into a room. It gets you promoted. It gets you to the places you want to be in terms of your finances, in terms of your relationships. Perception has so much to do with how far you can go.
Yes.
And I've actually begun to redefine how I think about things. Like, you know, sometimes you say, I don't care what people think about me. I realized
Mm-hmm.
I really need to kind of walk back on that one. I need to care about how I think about myself and how I want other people to think about me. So
Right.
and so much of that can be done through clothing and seeing as how you just shared that it takes all of 7 seconds for somebody to decide about you is even more important because 7 seconds doesn't give me anything but good morning. But
Mm-hmm.
if I am dressed in a certain way, it gets me a lot further. Like so
Correct.
it's even more important. Wow, that's pretty.
Correct. And just touching on that a little more,
Uh-huh.
and the fact that yes, we are all developing our own perceptions of each other because it's human nature,
Yeah.
right? However, we as individuals still need to find that balance with respect to trying to please someone, you understand? And creating the right perception about ourselves. You get it?
Yeah. Yeah.
So that is the tricky
Yeah.
part.
But
Because
if we go back, sorry, I was saying if we go back to what you were saying earlier about knowing what we want to achieve, I guess that's where the authenticity comes in. When you're
correct.
comfortable with who you are and what you want to achieve, you
Hmm.
kind of know who you want to recognize your achievement or who can help you to recognize your achievement. So it makes it easier to kind of discern, well, okay, you can have your opinions about me, or okay, I want to make sure you have improved opinion of me. It kind of helps you to whittle out that border a little bit. Just
Exactly. Exactly. Yes.
so continuing in that vein, it could be reaching, but maybe not based on what we just talked about. From your experience, do you think dressing well can support our goals for career advancement, for better relationships, for improved finances, and even our health?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, it again, when we dress well, firstly, let me retract. When we dress well, that does something for us, right?
Reach, girl.
And mm, that confidence booster alone makes a huge difference. Okay? You can be in a white t shirt and some jeans, but if you have more confidence than someone else, that's it. It's like, I don't know if you remember The Pursuit of Happiness, if you ever watched that movie, and the part where Will Smith went in to this entire board of directors. He had the rough night, he spent the night in jail, all of that jazz. Went in, he was a mess, but he still decided, you know what, I'm going to still fix my little messy self as best as I can. He walked in there, and they were so willing to give him a chance because he had that confidence,
Yeah,
right, over the people who were dressed in full suits.
right. Yeah,
Okay? So definitely with respect to your profession, your relationships. Again, it's like human nature. People respect you a bit more when you're dressed well. It's just natural.
it's the truth.
So, you want to you dress well because again, it's whatever goals you want to achieve.
Yeah,
And as it comes to your health, more than the physical health, I think the mental health is the one that really trumps this one when we're talking health and dressing.
right.
You, when you pass and you look at yourself in the mirror, when you take your pictures and you look at yourself, and you can say, "Oh my God, I look so good." That that continues. That gives you that fire to continue on. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I appreciate that perspective, and I agree absolutely with everything that you just said. Now, I want to take us over a little bit to focus on our guys. Now, we have a few male viewers, and
Right.
traditionally, when we talk about fashion, when we talk about styling, kind of the default thing is that we're talking to women. But look, I think I feel like men. I think fashion applies to men as well. What are your thoughts on that?
Of course. And let me tell you, I was having a conversation a few weeks ago with a good friend of mine, and I was explaining how impressed I am at how our guys dress now.
Yeah,
Like, especially our millennial men, you know,
right,
like they actually spend time, like the guys now, they can tell you about different designers, they can tell you about different cuts and tailoring of their clothes. So definitely men, I think, can they fit within the category. They need the style advice and everything as much as women. You know, we
right.
just came out of school, and on my Instagram, it was like all about the men because it was June and that kind of thing, and giving the tips and stuff. And I was so impressed at the feedback from the guys.
Oh, nice.
And yeah, and even with my business, I see that the guys want it. And I will say this in a very general sense. I think that the guys, they tend to be very um, specific quickly, right? In terms of what they want. They are usually quicker to say, listen, I know I need new clothes, but I don't want to go and try to find them. So this is what I need. You
Right.
know? Or they're like, I am getting into this new job and I want to get this more refined look, and this is what I'm looking for, you know?
Right.
And the men, they tend to support each other as well, whereby they're very much like, oh, my brethren, as we will say, it's my brethren, right?
Mhm.
Brethren um has this store and he has these pieces and I can get this, and they are very aware of what can look good on them versus what can't, and
Nice.
they are very open to trying new things. So I think that, we should not neglect our guys.
No, I
I
agree.
mean, I'm
Freedom.
a woman. I want my guys, looking good. And my dad, he's a little swagger, right?
That's what I mean. I totally agree, and I think sometimes I think that guys cannot just do the whole they can't be bothered. Just fashion is a girl thing, style is a girl thing. But the truth is, I would notice if somebody is dressed well, and I'm not saying well in terms of you have to have on like designer thing or whatnot. I'm saying well as in you're wearing something that fits you well, and you and again I believe that when guys are dressed well, they kind of do the more confident thing, and that is sexy on anybody. Like no, like what you were saying earlier, like a white tee and a jeans with some confidence, child goes very far.
Exactly.
So I am all for it, but I just uh, I think that our guys in mid 30s, and even if you are already married or whatnot, I think they should get engaged in looking good, feeling good, and dressing good. That couldn't hurt anyone.
Exactly.
I'm glad it's very
Exactly.
encouraging to see your feed and to hear you saying that what your male customers are talking and thinking about.
Yeah. And I mean, guys, they have a lot of options now,
Right.
They have so many different styles that they can try, and I think that they definitely should not be neglected.
I agree. So, Han, so now that we know that anybody can have an authentic sense of style, share with us three ways millennials can, or three tips, or just something, some additional info that millennials could use to really promote this idea of having this authentic sense of style, you know, that can help them to
Sure.
have this life we're going after.
So the first thing I will say is seek inspiration from the things around you, right? Like, just look at how you live, as when I say how you live, your lifestyle, right? Look at the things around you that make you happy and incorporate that in some way. So, for example, if you really love clean spaces, your room, your house, it's usually clean space, white, maybe blacks, grays. It probably means that you have a bit of a minimalist style about you,
Right.
right? So then you can, of course, translate that in a way and incorporate that in a way whereby you live very simply with respect to your style, right? So you can seek inspiration. That's the first one. The second thing is think about what can be the signature style for you. And your signature style tends to be something that really stands out and is recognizable. All right. It's almost like when brands have a logo, we have signature styles.
Right. Right. Right.
And it can be so many different things. For me, for example, I'm known for my red lipstick because I just feel like red lipstick looks good on me. It pops. I can be barefaced otherwise. Once I put on my red lipstick, that does it for me. Um, Sometimes I'm known as well for head wraps when I'm in that kind of mood. That can be an option. It can be your glasses. For the guys, it can be ties or hats. It can be guys can have socks now, like the socks are it's an in thing now, right?
Yeah.
So you can figure out that one thing that just makes you just feel happy. Like if you can incorporate it into as many things that you wear, you can definitely take that into consideration. And lastly, be honest with the story that you tell yourself. It's because being authentic, that falls in line with honesty. And the best person, to be honest with us, is us. So you really sit down and have conversations with yourself. Have conversations about how do I feel? How do I feel today? What what do I need to get done? Why am I feeling like this? Is it that I think I want to lose weight? Yeah. And if I think that I want to lose weight, is that why I'm covering up my body? Is it because I'm not confident? Is that why I'm wearing all this baggy clothing? So
Right.
then I start saying, all right, I need to check my nutrition. I need to maybe start working out.
Right.
So really being truly honest with yourself and having those types of conversations will help you to build an authentic style.
Indeed. I could see that. The last one, really powerful. Being honest with
Thing.
yourself is like the base for most great things. And I absolutely can see how it can help you to achieve
Yeah.
that.
And you know what, Anisha, when we have those types of stories with ourselves, it makes it harder for a person to just come and tell us anything and we believe it.
Right.
You
Right.
know? And especially like I think of our young kids, we as the adults, we are the millennials, right? We're going to be moving into that group of the mature persons.
That's
Right?
very soon.
And we have to and we have to be very aware of the types of conversations and the language that we use towards our younger people, our generation X's, because we need to ensure that we fill them with language that says you are beautiful no matter what, right? You may not be this weight of this person that you're seeing, but guess what? This is also really great and beautiful about you. And be happy about that.
Yeah.
Yeah?
And the sooner we can
So,
get that down for ourselves, the sooner we can, like you said, pour that into them. You know.
exactly. Yeah, exactly.
So I can see, I see that. And then number two, I love because if I could think of my logo, it would be earrings. I love like people would notice.
It's really nice though, by the way.
These are actually like 10 years old, right? I got these from February 21, like I'm sure about 9, 10.
Wow.
And I just love them. They're kind of heavy, but they're beautiful. And I have earrings from all over. Anytime I travel, to any place that I go to, I always come back with at least 2 or 3 pairs of earrings, especially when I get my hand on like artisan earrings, like locally made. I love those. So earrings, I would think is my thing. And of course, yeah, popping lip. And I love Keisha. I mean, your style is amazing. This is why you do what you do. Shout why you're here inspiring us. But yes, I see you with your black and your white and your red lips. Very nice.
Thank you.
We're gonna talk about how people can follow you at the end of this, but y'all have to follow her. She has such a And then the first thing you said was to make sure to seek inspiration. And I never thought of it that way, but I could understand how you could, if you're somebody who generally like, clean lines and things like that in your space, how that would apply for your clothing as well. Actually, I can that makes absolute sense. So thanks for sharing that tip with us. So just to recap, it was that we can seek inspiration from our lifestyle, have a signature, figure out what's your signature style, at least, if it's like you said, head wraps, if it's a lip, if it's shoes, if it's a kind of heel, if it's a nice blouse. Are you a blousy person? Are you a white tee and blue jeans guy? Whatever it is, see if you can have a signature style so people kind of know that that's something they can look for you from you.
Correct.
Of course, most importantly, to be honest with yourself and get to know yourself and your sense of style. Those are
Exactly.
wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing it with us. So let's talk about how people can get in contact with you. Based on your business model, do you have any products that you can offer online that people can reach out to you on, like a closet consultation? I think that's magic. So. Do you do those online?
I do. So I do those online. I do the style consultations, and I've recently begun doing the closet analysis online as well. You know, 'cause that's the way of the world now, girl. We have to go virtual. So,
It's true.
a booking can be made via my Instagram page. I do have a book option, but of course, I tell everyone that it's important to do a discovery call with me, which can be booked online as well, but you can always feel free to DM me and on Instagram via Fashion Mode TT. I am on Facebook as Fashion Mode, and I'm on LinkedIn as Keisha Rodriguez. So we once we do the discovery call, then I'm better able to analyze what service might best suit you. Yeah, because I try my best not to just fit someone into a service. If I have to customize something for you, I will do that because it's important that you get the right product for what your needs are. Yeah.
That's great. I mean, Keisha, I have to say again, I love the work that you're doing. Guys, we're going to leave all of her information in the
Mhm.
description of this video. So be sure to click and follow and support. This is a beautiful millennial woman doing beautiful millennial things. And sh- right now, we humbly welcome you into our tribe. The Millennial Supporting Platform. Really appreciate that you're here tonight. I so do. Thank you for all the wisdom that you shared
You're
and
welcome.
to us maybe even working together on future things. But your vibe, the information that you gave, just who you're showing up as in the world, thank you so much for doing it. Thank you for doing the work that you're doing.
You're
Thank you for being
welcome.
yourself and thank you for coming on the show.
You're welcome. Thank you so much for supporting me and having me on this amazing platform. And
Oh,
I really love what you're doing as well. So I am definitely keeping posted and looking forward to seeing all of your fabulous guests.
yay! Of course. Thanks again, Hunter. You have a great night. Guys, be sure to follow and subscribe. Download this episode. Remember that we're on Spotify, we're on iTunes. And follow, send us your information. Tell us the things you want us to talk about more. And if you want to see Keisha back on, please be sure to leave that in the comments so we can get her. Let us know what you want to ask her and see if we can have her accommodate us. We hope she will.
Of course. Of course.
Alright, so thanks so much, Han, and you have yourself a really great night. Stay safe in these COVIDious times.
Yes.
How is that? How is that? How is COVID with Do you like? Well, I guess you most of your consults now are moving online, and
So consults, yeah, I'm really trying to keep them online, but the reality, a lot of people still they like the person in person, and I get it. So I will wear a mask. I do feel in a safe place here now because, as I said, we don't have any community cases. So I
yeah.
feel in a safe place now, but definitely when our borders open back, I will be going back to individual. I am not.
I agree. I agree. I think it definitely should because we just don't know what could be coming in. We need your beautiful face in the world, so we know you'll wear your mask and you'll take
Exactly.
care of yourself and
Exactly.
so I just
Yes.
wish you all the best in what you're doing. Like I said before, be safe, take care, and stay well.